Yo, what's going on, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today we're going to be starting Eula's story quest. I believe it's called Afros Delos. Don't quote me on that. But we are out here. We're supposed to talk to Master Jean, and we'll go ahead and get started with this quest as soon as we get to Jean. I guess she's probably inside here. I wasn't sure if the quest would start right when we touch this door, so I didn't want to do it before. But we'll go ahead and see what her story is. Oh, I forgot. It's in Japanese still. No! Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy. Well, to make a long story short, there is a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. Okay, too many S's. I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented itself, but as you know, Mondstadt's safety must always be my first priority. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui. The Fatui again? But who are the Lawrence clan? Who are the Lawrence clan? There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of the Caribbean? I don't know that place, or how to pronounce it, was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan. Oh, Paimon gets it. So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds. We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask to help with further investigations in this matter. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We have already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems that descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase. All of our past efforts would have been wasted. But as an honorary knight, I also technically belong to the Knights. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius, but you need not emphasize your role as honorary knight. You are a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui. Leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan. That doesn't seem that thorough, but okay. Aha, perhaps. Such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch. Alright, let's do it. Thank you again for helping. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you. Alright, I don't know if it'll work. But we'll try and change it to English just so I don't have to read over someone else reading the whole time. Honestly, I just forgot that these quests were voiced over. It might not work though because it says that you need to restart the game. I know it changes like the voice of the characters that you're playing as, but I don't know if it changes voiceovers. I've never actually tried. What's the name of the quest now? The Spindrift shall never return to the sea, huh? Well, we'll see if it works. If not, then this one will just have to be lots of reading. Where are we going? Or maybe I shouldn't read it. I don't know. I don't know how to approach when the game is in a different language? What's the best way to do that? Should I just let it talk and let people read on their own? Or should I read over it? I'm not sure. Part of me always thought that I should read over it if we can't understand it, just in case people aren't necessarily watching and just listening. But maybe it would be better to just let it talk.
Huh? Who are you?
Oh, it did change. Okay. I don't know why it says you have to restart. I wonder what parts of the game don't change.
Hello, we're here too.
Hello?
Let's just go with, hello?
Did I hear you correctly? Hello? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner?
It's pretty vulgar, right?
Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
Seems a bit extreme.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
Huh. In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping.
I'd like to see you try.
But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
It's no wonder the aristocracy fell.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
Isn't the traveler nobility, technically? Not like recognized by anyone as nobility, but like aren't Aether and Lumine like kind of princess and prince?
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
Well, that went well.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
I have a feeling we're not gonna be quick friends. Now, how do I get back to the building? It's up there, isn't it? Oh, I'm out of stamina. We need stamina to climb this wall.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
It wasn't our fault.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Oh no.
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone. Especially Paimon.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th Company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
Alright, so where are we trying to get to? All the way over here. Now, with our conversation with Schubert, it's not like we caused irreparable damage to the relationship. He just kind of like doesn't immediately like us because we didn't show him enough respect, but he also understood that we wouldn't know how to show him enough respect. So, there's always the possibility to fix the relationship by just learning how to show him enough respect, right? And then if we act the exact way that he wants us to act, we could still probably make it. What? I killed the squirrel on accident. I didn't mean to kill you, Mr. Squirrel. It just auto-locked on, I swear. It wasn't my fault. Can't be held accountable for Zhongli's actions. But yeah, it's likely that we could still be friends with him, technically.
The Fatui! What are they doing here?
Hello.
Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
Just gotta kill everybody. This guy got a shield. Oh, there's another. Whoa. That was a lot of damage. Uh-oh.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets?
Whoops. It's not often that we get cool cinematics in this game, though. We've had like, well, did we only have one Deluxe cinematic, or did we have two Deluxe cinematics? And then how many others have we had? Not really very many. Huh. I'm trying to think. I think we had a child one at one point. Just like action scenes. Like we get a lot of cutscenes and stuff, but not really action scenes.
And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too.
They were pretty weak, to be fair.
If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch enemies?
Well, that seems a little bit extreme. We just met you like 15 seconds ago.
Arch enemies? Wait a minute. You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago.
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Found her.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards.
I mean, to be fair, you called us your arch rivals upon meeting you, and that you would take swift vengeance on us.
Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
Jeez. Can't do anything right around her.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
Paimon, stop speaking.
Didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you.
Your definition of curious is curious.
I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
Sounds about right.
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people.
But aren't you plotting vengeance against us?
We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she doesn't seem the least bit angry. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
Well, I can already tell that I'm gonna like her. We have her right here too. She's coming along on the journey because I haven't leveled her up yet, so I was hoping to get some free XP. But anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this first one. I already like where this quest is going. It seems like it's gonna be interesting, and Eula has a funny personality that should make it fun. But hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.